All right, what's good, y'all? Let's get straight to business. Off rip, destroy the connector. Oops. The rest of them are in about as good a shape as a 25, 26-year-old connector can get. Plugs kind of look like crap too. All right, so to get to the rear spark plugs, a lot of people think you need to take the plenum off in order to access them. But in reality, if you have a swivel head ratchet, which you can barely see in there, and long enough arms, you can reach behind the throttle body underneath the intake plenum and use your hands as your eyes. But if you don't have long enough arms, I got bad news for you. All right, so at the very least, all the plugs look the same, which means they all got replaced at the same time, which is good news. Also went ahead and took the headlight. I'm working on the fog light right now. I have to get to the screw that's holding in this side of the bracket. Just went ahead and took it out. There's no point in keeping it in. If I do decide I'm gonna restore it, that's probably gonna be one of the first things I do is replace the fender. The bumper, I might replace it. Yeah, it's got holes in it. I might swing by the junkyard and go grab another bumper. And then I'm gonna see what I can do about straightening this out. But yeah, I'm gonna clean the plugs, throw them back in, and wait on the locksmith. Got my trusty Haynes manual for my torque specs. I've been using this since like 2017. I don't think you can find these anymore. Even though the connectors broke, I still managed to get them reconnected. I am a little skeptical about this ignition coil right here because the connection is so incredibly corroded. I cleaned it out the best I could. The rest of them look good. Well, the rest of them. The other two look good. This one kind of looks substandard. But I do have an extra set of wires laying around, so I guess we'll ditch the NGK wires preemptively. I can already tell this is gonna give me problems. Check it out, man. When you're doing wires on these 1MZs, it's easy enough to mark which wires go where, but a lot of people, I think, get these confused. So the easiest way, at least that I've found, is to do one at a time. Essentially, you're just gonna take one at a time. You're gonna compare the length because they're all different lengths. You can see here, these are drastically different lengths. You're gonna take note of where it was inside the little bracket, the harness, whatever you wanna call it. All right, see it goes through the middle here, goes through the middle here. It's kind of stupid to do one-handed. You remove it, lay it out flat. You're gonna ignore my off-brand Crocs. And then you are going to compare the length with the new wire. You see it matches or it's close. These aftermarket wires, you know, they're not gonna be perfect. And then you're gonna put it back in exactly the way it went. See how I got it even? You can clearly tell what goes where. This is how you get a professional looking spark plug install. There's so many examples I see online of people installing spark plugs on the 1MZ, and all the wires, especially up here, are just bunched up, sticking out, going over the exhaust. Hey, bruh, tuck the damn, tuck your wires, man. That shit looks ugly. Right, I drained the oil because it was overfilled, and disregard everything that's in the pan. This is an old pan. We have no metal shavings in the oil, so that's a good sign. Funny story, locksmith never showed up. I had an appointment tonight at 8. It's currently almost 9. So I'm gonna bypass the anti-theft my way. And for liability reasons, I'm not gonna show y'all how I do that. We're just gonna start it up and we're gonna see how well she runs. I went ahead and moved the ass end of it outside. These rollers, let me tell you something, man, worth it. If you're working on something that don't run in the garage, this is worth it. So y'all see the lights blinking. I got the battery connected. The horn is supposed to be going crazy right now, but I just pulled the horn fuse. All right, ignition's on. Let's go ahead and start her up. Got a lot of pulley noise coming from the alternator. Doesn't sound like she's knocking though. There's nothing coming from the engine as far as I can tell. Getting a little bit of smoke out of the exhaust. Oh, a little is a bit of an understatement. Let her warm up a bit and see what happens. Hopefully I don't smoke up my whole garage. Okay, so the car is at operating temp now. I don't have any smoke coming out of the exhaust at idle. I've revved it a couple times. I'm not gonna do it again because I don't want to piss my neighbors off. You know, it's almost 9 o'clock and it's a Wednesday night. Idle's good. I don't have any check engine lights. I do have that airbag light. We'll address that later. It's definitely something going on with one of the pulleys. And if I had to make a guess, I'd say it's the alternator. There's no telling what the story for this car was when it was sitting. But I think personally, it's a really good sign that you can't really see. I would argue you can't see it at all. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna set the camera up back here, rev it, and see what we get. Sorry, neighbors. All right, let's give her a rev and see what we get. Okay, so I obviously can't diagnose the car just off of revving it alone. We're letting it run. Here's what I'm thinking. The whole idea is to restore this car, get it back on the road, and sell it. Hard maybe on sell it. I can see myself keeping this car, but we'll see. The whole point of getting this thing back on the road is doing it on a budget. So I'm not trying to sink $1 trillion into a new project. I've got this one over here for that. But this will also be a learning experience for me. Like if the oil burning issue ends up being a head gasket, I've never replaced a head gasket before, so. But with this, you know, I can make mistakes on it and not worry about it as much. So we'll see. I'll sleep on it, replace that PCV. We'll see what happens tomorrow.